Now, we've talked about an appointment culture being a top-down proposition, and it absolutely is. If the owner doesn't believe in it and force it through to the general manager, and the general manager doesn't believe in it and force it through to the middle managers, they're not going to believe in it as well. But the middle managers are the key. So they need to own the processes, right? These processes, even though maybe I wrote them as the owner, maybe I had a team write them for me, and I'm the one who finally approved them, they're not my processes. They are the middle managers. They need to own the processes so they can ensure that these processes are followed consistently. They need to own these processes so they can drive accountability because they know what the processes are asking for. And by the way, we talked about what processes were in creating an appointment culture, but they're just the activities. So let's not get hung up on processes. And that's the last key. They need to manage the activities. They can't manage the activities if they don't own the processes. And they can own these processes by what we call living in the CRM. This means having their CRM tool up and open all day long, and we're going to talk about a CRM in a dealership in just a minute. But having the CRM tool open and up on their consoles, on their screens all day long, and managing what their team does through the CRM, as well as getting up and actively managing the activities. So there are three times that they need to do this. Once is first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning when you come into your dealership, the first middle manager in the door needs to look at the appointment log. They need to look at today's appointments that are going to occur in the first 90 minutes that the store is open. Now, why do they need to do that? Because they need to make sure that they're ready and that they can put on the perfect appointment. So you need to review the notes in those first appointments, right? You need to click through on the appointments and you need to look at the notes and make sure that the notes are copious enough that you know, just as a manager, without having to go around and ask anybody, what you need to do to get ready for an appointment. Now, here's a great training opportunity. Let's say that you click through on some notes on an appointment that's scheduled for 60 minutes after the store opens, and you can't tell from the notes whether the customer wants to see a truck, an SUV, or a four-door sedan. See, that's a problem, and that's a huge problem. And so what you need to do is you need to call that salesperson over right away, or if it's a BDC agent, you need to call him or her over right away, and you need to ask them, looking at the notes, can you tell me what this customer is interested in? And if they can't tell you based on the notes, then they need to leave better notes. And so you review the notes for the first 90 minutes of appointments that we have for today. Have all these appointments been confirmed? If they haven't been, and it's late enough in the morning, say after 8 a.m., we need to get on the phone and confirm these appointments. Have the vehicles been prepped, right? Are they staged? Are they in the areas where they need to be? Remember, in the perfect appointment, we have that vehicle clean gas, parked out front, and ready to go 30 to 45 minutes before the prospect arrives. Now, we're looking 90 minutes ahead, so maybe not all these vehicles are prepped and ready to go, but certainly the ones that are going to occur in the first 45 minutes that we're open, those vehicles need to be cleaned, gassed, parked in a designated area, and ready to go. And finally, do I have the deal jacket at the sales desk, and are the keys with the deal jacket? See, I need to meet and greet the prospect when they come in for their VIP appointment if I'm the manager or it's not a VIP appointment. Now I'm going to look at any open appointments for the previous day. Once I have today's first 90 minutes of appointments taken care of, now I'm going to look at yesterday and say, wait a minute, are there still open appointments from yesterday? If there are, I need to get statuses for those appointments immediately. Remember, we're supposed to be calling these appointments the minute that their appointment is due. So if it was a 12:15 appointment for yesterday afternoon, at 12:15 yesterday, if that customer wasn't on our lot, our salesperson or our BDC agent who set that appointment needs to call them right away. So if I have open appointments from yesterday and it's today, that's a problem. And we need to solve that right away. So I'm going to get statuses for those appointments, and then this is another coaching opportunity, the salesperson who set those appointments should have put a status on that appointment yesterday. And they shouldn't, that appointment still shouldn't be sitting on my appointment log.